So the hot topic for the past week has been Tarkov and its cheating problem, brought on by another video that was put out by a streamer who felt the need to go as far as cheating himself in either to prove his point. This sparked the community having a knee-jerk reaction and pounding down on Battlestate Games to find out what was going on and for them to be a little more transparent with the way that they're handling things. But before we get into that topic, I'd greatly appreciate it if you guys would consider hitting that subscription button and turning on the bell notification to know when I put up a new video. We are very close to the goal of 1,000 subscribers. I'd like to hit that by the middle of the year, and it's all because of you guys. I wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't for you, so thank you very much for taking your time and consideration. This is going to be a bit of a talking head piece, so we're just going to have some random footage up above, and don't pay too much attention to it more than the things that I highlighted, and let's talk about it. Every year, somebody or some streamer puts out a video concerning the hacking when it comes to Escape from Tarkov. This is not new information, and everybody knows this, but because it is a hot button topic, it always gets views, and that's the reason why someone always puts out a video every year. Now, that's not to say that they're wrong. There certainly is a hacking issue. It's just not new, and it's not unknown throughout the community. The entire time that I've played Tarkov, we've always known that there's a hacker issue. In fact, I'll put up a video here in which you guys can see a speed hacker just gun me down after I tried to shoot him. I'll even put up the date because I believe I filmed this in 2018. Every time this topic gets brought up, there are three types of people that get involved. There are the people who think Nikita walks on water. Then there's the casual gamer like me that has a middle of the road opinion. And then there's this.
So you want to put out another hacking video in which you hack yourself and think that I'm going to do something about it? Ha 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 ha! Bow before me, I am the great Nikita, and all of you whelps will burn in hellfire! Feel the wrath of my DMCA! Ha 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 ha!
At this point, if you haven't been able to tell, option A and C are a bit unrealistic. So my suggestion to you is either you listen to the top 1%ers, or you listen to people like me who have been playing the game casually for 4 or 5 years now. I have roughly 1,800 hours in the game, and after playing it for as long as I have, I can tell you that I definitely do not play the game as hardcore as other people do. I am a filthy casual. I am as casual as they come. How that ties into the hacker issue is on the discussion of some of the things that you have seen or heard in social media today when it comes to the numbers of how many hackers there are in the game. We unfortunately don't have a way to quantify that. Only BSG can do that, and BSG is trying to now be transparent with some of that information. And before we go any further with this, because I know there's going to be a comment someplace on the 4,000 person ban wave that they did, I want to clarify, and I unfortunately don't have a graphic for this one, is that they did not ban 4,000 people because of the sudden issue with hacking inside of Escape from Tarkov. That was BattleEye actually doing what it's supposed to and doing its weekly ban, and Nikita just decided to share the name list that was emailed to them when that process was done. This by no means detracts away from the fact that there's a hacking issue inside of Escape from Tarkov, but the question is how bad is the hacking really? Because that's the number that keeps getting thrown around. I think 60% is what somebody brought up. But the reality is that we're looking at a pool size of, I think he did 125 raids, which is not enough information to quantify jack shit. There's more than 400,000 people currently playing the game, and a raid of 125 people gave him a 60% inside of his raids, but those were also 125 raids that he just shoved himself into. If the hacking issue really was as rampant as he said, then none of us would really progress anywhere unless you were one of the 1%ers and able to fight off the hackers because you understand the game mechanics like the back of your hand. The only thing really that this video served to prove to anybody was that all the new players that are just now starting to play Escape from Tarkov are just now being introduced to this information because for whatever reason they forgot that they're on the internet and that games have hackers in them. Battling hackers is a never-ending problem, and the reason why it's a never-ending problem is, as been mentioned many times in the Escape from Tarkov community, is real money trading. When you have real money trading involved, these people have already been interviewed and self-admitted to making $10, $20, $30, $40,000 a day selling hacks and items within or out of the game. When you're making that kind of bankroll, you can afford to actually hire developers that are willing to put aside their morals and either to make a very large amount of bank. So what you have now is a fully funded operation who's willing to do all the development that they have to stay ahead of the actual anti-cheat and developers. This is not unknown information. It's the general idea of the principle of why hackers exist to begin with, is to make money and or spread fear. However, because of the development of Escape from Tarkov and how the systems are inside of the game, it does allow for a lot of these people to exist, and it has become a larger issue than what has been expected. But it's not as large of an issue as you being able to play a game and having a hacker in every lobby. Now, there's the very real possibility that there is a hacker in every lobby, but I still managed to get my progression done regardless of them being there or not. And that may be because they choose to leave me alone, or they just may not be there. I don't know. Once again, information that would have to be quantified by BSG and their new transparency. Based off of the most basic of information that I provided to you in this very short retrospective of what's going on, is that simply put, you can still play the game as a casual and not get run over by cheaters. It's not a highway of cheaters that is just flowing through Escape from Tarkov, destroying people and everything in its wake. So rather than try and defend Escape from Tarkov, I would rather play the middle of the road here and just let people know that if you are considering the game, don't let this information take you away from your consideration. Also take into consideration that the company is now starting to be more transparent, and if a filthy casual like me can get my progression done, you can too. The design aspects of the game, however, is another discussion that we will have to have on another day. But for now, we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. And I want to thank you guys very much for taking a moment to listen to this talking head piece, a very short video to put out for the week. And remember to hit that subscription button and turn on the bell notification to know when I upload a new video. For now, I'm going to take off, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.